Hello and welcome to CMM 325 Computer Mediated Communication for Summer 2020. When you first log into Blackboard, you're always going to see these announcements. This first announcement was an email that I sent out last week about the course textbooks. If you haven't read that, please make sure that you do so. You'll also see if there's any new announcements, like there's a quiz that's been posted, and we'll look more about that in just a second. The best place to get started is right over here on the left-hand side. You'll see the primary hyperlinks. You have announcements, email, the syllabus, but really where we're going to spend most of our time today is in this folder right here called Course Content. And we're going to start with what's called the Course Orientation folder. The Course Orientation folder is obviously where you're going to find this video right here, but it's going to walk you through basically how to actually take this class. One thing I want you to pay attention to is there are a number of folders in here, like one is an introduction to online learning. If you're not familiar with Blackboard, there's a great tutorial here. One thing I want you to notice though is that this is through LinkedIn Learning. To access your LinkedIn Learning, you do need to go through your my.newpaltz.edu. It used to be called lynda.com, but now it is LinkedIn Learning. Then you're going to see this folder here, and I'm going to go ahead and start opening a few of these folders. This first one is the syllabus folder. Now it's going to have a couple different things in it. It not only has a copy of the syllabus, you can also find that syllabus right over here on the left-hand side, and I'll open up that one too so you can see. Because this syllabus folder is going to have a few more things in it than just this one. This is just the basic syllabus here. But it also has stuff about online etiquette, course etiquette, and it also has a link to some institutional policies. So it's good to know that that one is there. But let's look at this syllabus folder. First thing you have here is a quick video that I created using Powtoon to actually introduce you to the learning outcomes from this course. But let's go ahead and look at the actual syllabus real fast. So I'm opening up this. It's going to come up as a PDF file. I'm going to go ahead and enlarge it. You're going to see that it has my information. Now it does have my office on it, but let's get real. We're still in social isolation right now, so I'm not actually in my office. I will have the ability to do office hours through Zoom though, so if that is ever necessary, just let me know. I'm not going to read the whole syllabus to you, but just make sure that you do go through and look at it. There are 3 textbooks, and we'll look more about that in just a second. I will upload the chapters for Module 1, but this is a fast-moving class, and that is something very important to know. So you do need to have your textbooks no later than May the 23rd. Which course starts on Wednesday the 20th, so you really only have until Saturday the 23rd to have these textbooks in hand. Again, there's this course note about the fact that this is a fast-moving class. I'm going to keep on going. There's more information about the different policies that we have here at SUNY New Paltz. So again, I'm not going to read all of these to you. I do want to focus on a couple things towards the bottom though, just so that I make sure I focus on that. There are the course assignments. There are online discussions for each different module. One thing that you're going to notice is the way this course is designed, there are 10 modules. The modules always run either Wednesday through Saturday or Sunday to Tuesday. So for each module, you will have discussions, and those modules, the discussions are always due either at Saturday by 11:59 p.m. or Tuesday by 11:59 p.m. So please make sure that you keep up with that. There are 2 examinations. The second examination is not cumulative. We are going to be creating Powtoon videos. Powtoon is a really great, easy platform to create interesting animated videos, and it's actually pretty easy. You're going to create 4 of these over the course of the semester. There are 5 opportunities, so you do get to choose 1 week when you're not going to do that. And I'm going to show you more that I have some videos up there to help you get started in Powtoon. You will also have a final project. And again, I'm going to show you more information about that in just a little bit. There's a wide range of different types of things, but I do want to look at the tentative schedule. So again, Module 1 is going to run May 20th through the 23rd. Again, that is Wednesday to Saturday. For this, you're going to have 2 chapters that you need to read. There's also an orientation quiz, and there's other material in the content folder, and we'll look at that in just a second. Module 2 is going to run the 24th, which is Sunday, through the 26th, which is Tuesday. So one thing I tried to do for each of the modules is have at least 1 weekend day for each module, so you either have a Saturday or a Sunday in each module. But again, please make sure that you do stay on top of the modules, because again, these do run pretty fast. If you go on beyond that, you're going to have all of the rubrics for the different assignments. This is the Powtoon rubric. Then I can keep going down. You have the discussion board rubric. And then lastly, there is the final project rubric. So please make sure that you do take a few minutes to look at these rubrics, because this is going to show you exactly how I grade in this class. So I don't want there to be any questions about how you're getting graded or anything that feels like it comes out of nowhere. So that is the syllabus. So I'm going to come back over here into the course orientation folder. There is the next thing after that is the discussion boards folder. The first thing on here is this tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It is a tutorial that's going to introduce you to APA style, and specifically using APA style in discussion boards. So it is going to be a general overview of APA style, but its specific focus is on using APA in discussions. So again, there is an expectation that you will be using in-text citations in all of your discussion posts. So please make sure that you do take the time to go through this tutorial before you get started in the bulk of your discussions. I also have a document here that has a lot of the same information, but also shows you some of the examples about how to do this. You also get that in that APA discussion tutorial. And then lastly, there is the rubric. So again, it's the same rubric that you saw in the syllabus. I just went ahead and added a copy here. So I'm going to go back over here into the course orientation folder. After that, there is a sample here if you want to learn how to submit an assignment if you've never done that before. There's also information on how to check your grades. And lastly, there is the support tab, and I will open that real fast. There is links here to academic support and technical support. So if you need any of this information, I'll go ahead and click on one, like, are you ready for online learning? If you need information from the tutoring center, the student research guide. Again, this is the type of stuff that's in the academic support. Technical support, on the other hand, is obviously going to be issues related to technical support. If you need the academic computing help desk, this provides that information there for you. It also has some tutorials for Blackboard and just some information on computer literacy. So that basically covers the course orientation. Again, I overviewed this information. You still need to go through and look at everything. So when you click on the content folder, here's what you're going to see. You're going to see all of the modules. Then you're going to see the final examination and the final projects folder. So let's go ahead and look at Module 1. The first thing that I want you to notice whenever you log into Module 1 is it is designed in a sequence. So you kind of have to go through the sequence, and you can navigate the sequence by clicking on these indicators at the top. You'll also notice that whenever you first logged in, there is that orientation quiz that automatically popped up. So that is one of the first things you are going to do, and that's going to cover all that information in that course orientation folder. From there, the first one is a discussion, and you'll see that when it's a discussion, you'll see this click to launch. And so I'm going to go ahead and click to launch, and you'll see I've already made one post. And there's my little video that I created. It's kind of an introduction to me. And that's really what this week is going to be about, is in that specific one. So I'm going to go back into Module 1 so again, you can look at this. From there, again, the navigation is pretty simple. It takes you through. It's going to show you the readings for the week. It's going to show you videos. You'll see that anytime that I do have videos, they're either closed captions or I do have the transcripts there for you. I'm going to keep going. There's another video. There's more information. Here is your first discussion. Now, I do want you to notice that when it is a discussion, you are going to see this click to launch. And I do want to go back because I do want you to notice that sometimes there is a documentary, but it'll still say this click to launch. Anytime you see this click to launch, that is a discussion board. Now, for the very first video, you do have to log in. So you are going to have to actually put in your new Pulse information to get access to that. So just put that information in, and then it's going to actually open up that documentary for you. You can watch it right here in Blackboard. But then you'll also see that there are the questions right below that for the discussion post itself. So I'm going to keep going. Next, then of course you have a whole folder here I call Up and Running with Powtoon. This is just kind of gives you some things. Here's that rubric for Powtoon. And then it just has a few videos. There's this wonderful video tutorial series that I found. It's just 4 videos that'll kind of get you up and running with Powtoon. It's not a complicated program. It really isn't, which is one of the reasons why I chose this. I thought it would be something different and something interesting, and a little bit just, a new way of thinking about how we can handle some of the course content in this class. Okay, so that's Module 1. I do want to go ahead and look at Module 2 just to kind of show you that, again, all modules are laid out the same. So here you're going to have the weekly readings. From there, there's another documentary that you're going to watch. More information about the internet, some information about speeds, some information about mobile bands, and then you're going to see your first here, click to launch. So that is a discussion board. So again, make sure you look at the questions down here for the discussion board posts. Now, one thing that I want you to notice, though, is that on most of these discussions, you will not be able to view your peers' responses until after you have made your own response. So don't be surprised if you click to launch and you can't see anything. The reason why is it's designed and set up that way. So you have to make your first posts before you can actually view your peers' posts. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to go back into content, go back to module, and I'm just going to click on the very last one, which is your Powtoon submission. All the Powtoon submissions are basically discussion boards, and I just have that so you can provide the link to your Powtoon. It's very easy to do this. Other things that I want you to notice in the content folder, again, towards the bottom, you will find the folder for your final. But most importantly, I have this final projects. I have some sample final projects here from previous semesters. Again, these aren't necessarily perfect, but they kind of give you a general overview of the types of things that students have done in the past. If you ever need to see your grades, they're going to be listed right here under the My Grades tab. If you need Blackboard help, IT services, there's also the support tab. I also have a course here that I've been working on. It's called COVID-19, which is basically all about COVID-19. I can't say that I'm the one who's primarily responsible for the creation of this text. I actually got it from a company called Articulate and then worked on revising it. But again, if you're wanting to know more about how it works, what it does, that is a great thing there for you. I also have a link here to the textbook website for the Westerman et al. Book. It's the Introduction to Computer-Mediated Communication. So if you are interested in looking at what's going on in the world of computer-mediated communication, you can check out this Facebook group. It's actually really interesting, and they're pretty good about updating it on a semi-regular basis. Okay, so that kind of basically walks us through everything that you need to know right here in Blackboard to get you started with this semester. I look forward to working with each and every one of you as the semester goes along.